Hi, welcome back for today's movie recap. Today, we will recap the movie, Barbie. Before Barbie was created, baby dolls were the most popular dolls. Little girls played with baby dolls, pretending to be young mothers and acting like women should. That was until Barbie came, and everything changed. She became a symbol for little girls who wanted to be like Barbie dolls, who live in a matriarchal society and are known for being confident, sufficient, successful, and beautiful. Barbies show that women can be anything: a doctor, lawyer, singer, princess, politician, and many more. In Barbie Land, one of the Barbies is seen sleeping. She awoke, beaming with happiness and greeting the other Barbies. She took an invisible shower and magically changed into a cute baby pink dress. She went on with her day, greeting everyone on her way and being happy the whole day. Meanwhile, Barbie's Ken counterparts are also everywhere, waiting for their Barbies, as they only find happiness with their Barbie counterparts. At the fake beach, Barbie came and greeted all the other Barbies and Kens there. The place was filled with "Hi Barbies" and "Hi Kens" as everyone greeted each other. One of the Kens had been waiting for Barbie to arrive and look at him. He asked Barbie to check him out and tried to show off by running to surf in the fake ocean. However, he was sent flying by the solid water and fell to the ground. Two Barbies, one of them our blonde Barbie, ran to his aid, and one of the other Kens that looked like an Asian made fun of the blonde Ken for his failure to show off. The supposedly severely injured Ken stepped forward bravely, and blonde Barbie stood in between the two Kens to stop the fight. Asian Ken left, and American Ken leaned on Barbie, his injury coming back. The ambulance arrived, and Barbie's nurses brought Ken to the ambulance-turned-hospital. After being told by Dr. Barbie that he'd be fine, Ken talked about how strong the wave is, and Barbie praised him for being brave. During a dance party, Barbie was performing with the other Barbies and Kens. She danced with Asian Ken, and American Ken got jealous. So he joined the dance and tried to grab Barbie, who left him dancing to talk with the other Barbies. Barbie came back with her Barbie group, and Asian Ken showed off by flipping. Meanwhile, the Barbies were talking when Barbie suddenly asked if the other Barbies ever thought about dying, causing the music to halt and everyone to look at her in surprise. Barbie realized the awkward situation she had put herself in and quickly came up with an excuse to make everyone go back to dancing. After the dance party, Ken dropped Barbie off in front of her dream house and kissed the air in front of a smiling Barbie, amazed at how good the kiss was. Ken wanted to stay the night with Barbie, but the latter denied it as her dream house was a Barbie dream house, not a Ken dream house. And also because she was having an after party with her fellow Barbies. Barbie and Ken parted ways, and Ken sadly left as he was going to be away from Barbie again. When Barbie laid down on her bed to sleep, she talked about death again, surprising herself. The next day, Barbie didn't wake up as excited as she normally would, and she was feeling sick after partying last night. She took a shower and jumped away due to the coldness of the invisible water. The toppings of her heart-shaped meat didn't land on top of the meat, and she spit out her milk after realizing that it was expired. She then went to the rooftop to fly down her car, but fell to the ground. She headed to the fake beach, where the other Barbies were playing volleyball with their Kens, who were cheering for them. Barbie took off her high heels to join the other Barbies but then fell when the heels of her feet fell to the ground and she was no longer on tiptoes. She sat down on the benches and was approached by the other Barbies. She was embarrassed as she showed Barbie her feet and told them everything that had happened to her since the morning. The other Barbies claimed that she was malfunctioning and had to meet Weird Baby, an outcast Barbie. Weird Barbie used to be the most beautiful Barbie in Barbie Land until a little girl in the real world roughed her up and disfigured her. Now she's a weird baby who stays in a weird house far away from the rest of the Barbie Land citizens. Weird Barbie flipped as she greeted stereotypical Barbie, who showed her feet. Stereotypical Barbie revealed that she was thinking of death, and Weird Barbie was bewildered. Weird Barbie diagnosed her and stated that stereotypical Barbie have opened a portal leading to the real world. Weird Barbie pointed out the blemish on stereotypical Barbie's thigh and told her that to cure her sickness, she must travel to the real world and find the child playing with her Barbie doll form. Weird Barbie explained that the child playing with her is intertwined with her through her doll form, which means that the child must be sad and have negative thoughts as it is interfering with the doll. Stereotypical Barbie was confused as to why the child would be sad when Barbies have fixed everything in order for women in the real world to be happy and powerful. Weird Barbie showed her a high heel and a strappy slide, asking her to choose whether she wanted to stay in Barbie Land or find the truth about the universe. Stereotypical chose the high heel, and Weird Barbie told her to fix the strappy slide because she would keep malfunctioning unless she fixed the problem herself. Stereotypical Barbie had no choice but to go to the real world, so she agreed to go through the portal. Weird Barbie told her there was actually no portal and explained how to get to the real world. Her fellow Barbies and the Kens threw a farewell party for her, and a prideful Ken lied about Barbie asking him to come with her when she actually didn't. Barbie finally left on her convertible, singing on her way, when she got startled by Ken showing up and singing along. She agreed to let Ken come with her, and the two of them traveled until they reached the real world, skating and wearing outfits that are deemed weird in the real world. Barbie and Ken noticed everyone looking and laughing at them, and while Ken was feeling smug, assuming that everyone was admiring them, Barbie was feeling conscious and awkward from the stares they were receiving. They saw a construction site, and Barbie was happy as she approached the men she assumed were ladies, as construction workers in Barbie land were all women. She then randomly told them she and Ken don't have genitals before rolling away, confused at how inverse the real world is to Barbie land. A pervert approached them from behind and smacked Barbie's arse, causing Barbie to punch him in the face mindlessly. Barbie and Ken were sent to jail, and Ken was happy as they took their mug shots. Barbie and Ken went to a store and changed their clothes before running away when the owner told them to pay. They got taken back to jail and left again. Barbie sat by the waiting shed and told Ken to leave for a while so she wouldn't be distracted. Once Ken finally left, Barbie closed her eyes and focused on her thoughts to find out who her owner was. She saw the tweenaged girl, Sasha, who owned her, and witnessed how she was once a sweet girl until she grew up and changed. She became serious and distant from her mother, Gloria, who took the Barbie doll before Sasha could throw it away. For the first time ever, Barbie experienced sadness, and a tear rolled down her cheek. She watched the people around her and saw the differences between everyone, realizing just how different humans in the real world are from the Barbies and Kens in her Barbie land. On the other hand, Ken walked around the city and saw different men looking so powerful and cool. He saw a group of men in suits and witnessed how one of them shrugged a woman away. Ken was astonished and felt that men were more important and powerful in the real world. Meanwhile, at the worldwide Mattel headquarters in Los Angeles, California, Aaron Dinkins of Mattel received a call from Dan of the FBI about Barbie and Ken. Aaron went all the way up to the conference room where the Mattel CEO and the executives were having a meeting. He told everyone about Barbie and Ken being in the real world, and the troubled Mattel CEO ordered everyone to find Barbie and Ken to get them back in the box. Barbie and Ken went to the school Sasha was attending. They went their separate ways to find Sasha until Barbie saw her at the cafeteria with her group of friends. A girl warned her not to approach Sasha, but Barbie didn't listen and greeted Sasha's group of friends in a friendly way. She introduced herself as Barbie, and Sasha insulted her for encouraging unrealistic beauty standards that make a lot of women insecure. An emotional Barbie was offended and tearfully ran away from Sasha, who didn't feel good about making a grown woman cry. Ken, on the other hand, went to the library and stole books about patriarchy. A woman approached him and politely asked what time it was, and Ken's ego was bursting as the woman was talking to him respectfully. He went around showing toxic masculinity and thinking he had the right to everything because he was a man, but even the other men rejected his rude demands. Barbie was still crying at the school when she was approached by a group of men who asked her to come with them to Mattel. On their way to the car, Barbie complained about men looking at her like an object and women hating her. Ken, who had come back and talked to the polite woman, is now weirded out by him. Ken saw Barbie getting taken away by Mattel guards and decided to go back to Barbie land and tell everyone about patriarchy and convince Ken to rule over women. Barbie met the Mattel CEO and asked him to fix her, assuming that he was just a worker below a female CEO. The Mattel CEO told her to get in the giant box, and Barbie demanded to meet the woman in charge. The Mattel CEO told her about the two women who used to be in charge and coaxed Barbie into going inside the box. Barbie asked to go to the restroom to get some retouching and ran away as soon as she was out of the room. Everyone chased after her until Barbie reached a long hallway with several metal doors. She came inside one of the rooms, where she met the spirit of Ruth Handler, co-founder of Mattel. Ruth offered Barbie tea, and the latter sipped on it awkwardly. Then Ruth gave Barbie a way to escape. Gloria and Sasha stopped in front of Barbie, and Gloria told Barbie to get in so they could escape. Inside the car, it was revealed that Gloria had been playing with Sasha's Barbie doll because she was sad that Sasha had been distant from her. Both Barbie and Gloria realized that Barbie wasn't intertwined with Sasha but with Gloria, and the memories Barbie saw were Gloria's. To escape from Mattel, Barbie invited Gloria and Sasha to Venice Beach, where she and Ken first arrived, and they traveled to Barbie Land. When they arrived at Barbie Land, they saw that everything was different as the once matriarchal society turned into a patriarchal society. Barbie invited Gloria and Sasha to her dream house and saw that the dream houses there are now the Ken's Mojo Dojo Casas. Barbie was dismayed when she realized that Ken had changed, and she told everyone how they failed the humans in the real world. Ken refuted and stated that Barbie was the one who failed him, and he talked about how men were supposed to be more important than women and not the other way around, like what the real world showed. Ken kicked Barbie out of her dream house, which is now owned by Ken. Barbie cried as she didn't want anything to change because it was terrifying, and Gloria explained that is how life works, it changes every time whether we like it or not. But Barbie has already given up and told Gloria and Sasha to go back to their world. Gloria and Sasha were driving the convertible back to the real world when Alan showed up. They were stopped by the Kens, who were working as construction workers, and Alan diverted their attention by starting a riot. Sasha encouraged her mother to go back and help Barbie. They went to Weird Barbie's house, where they found Barbie and encouraged everyone in there to fight for their rights as women. Gloria opened up about the struggles that women have to face because they are oppressed by the patriarchy. Barbie was then encouraged, and they devised a plan to fight back and free Barbie from the Kens. One of the abandoned Barbies acted as a decoy while the other Barbies, Sasha and Alan, led the manipulated Barbies away so Gloria could talk to them and bring them back to normal. Afterward, Barbie went to her once dream house and told Ken that she now wanted to be his long-term girlfriend. Ken was acting cool and serious, but he was obviously really happy that Barbie was now noticing him. Ken brought her to the beach and joined the other Kens who were serenading their own Barbie counterparts. When Ken noticed Barbie texting on the phone, he grabbed the phone and was angry to see that Barbie was talking to another Ken. Barbie then approached another Ken and flirted with him right in front of her. The other Barbies did the same and exchanged partners, upsetting the Kens. Because of this, the Kens declared war against each other. While the Kens were fighting, the Barbies took their chance to regain their systematic power and took back their land, stopping the Kens from taking over Barbie land. After the war, the Kens found common ground, and they ended the war on a good note. They went back to their Mojo Dojo Casa houses and realized that the Barbies had regained power. Ken saw Barbie and was unable to fight back. He ran inside Barbie's house and cried. Barbie talked to him, and Ken confessed that he wanted them to live together. Barbie apologized to Ken for taking him for granted, and Ken told her that he didn't know who he was without Barbie. Barbie encouraged Ken to find himself and stop living for Barbie alone. She made him realize that Barbie is Barbie and Ken is Ken. Moments later, Mattel's CEO and his men arrived, having followed Barbie, Gloria, and Sasha. The Mattel CEO was so happy to see the Barbies and Kens and offered to bring Barbie land back to exactly how it was, but President Barbie refused. After what happened, both Barbies and Kens realized the unfairness of both matriarchy and patriarchy. So President Barbie decided that they needed to change the constitution and give equal power to Barbies and Kens. Gloria, on the other hand, suggested an idea to Mattel's CEO to make an ordinary Barbie that wasn't too idealized. The Mattel CEO thought it was a terrible idea but still agreed anyway. Sasha then demanded the CEO give Barbie an ending that doesn't end with Ken, as she is supposed to be her own person just like Ken is supposed to be his own person. But Barbie didn't know what she wanted. Barbie met the spirit of Ruth Handler again, and as they walked together, Barbie realized that she didn't want to be Barbie anymore. She wanted to live in the real world, and Ruth reminded her that humans in the real world are still living in a patriarchal society, and they die. Barbie accepted the flaws of the real world and wanted to become a human because she didn't want to be an ideal woman anymore, she wanted to be an ordinary woman in an imperfect world. Ruth held Barbie's hands, showed her memories of the real world, and made her feel what it feels like to be a human. And so, Barbie started living in the real world as Barbara Handler, and she went to her first ever gynecologist appointment.